murder investigation. A woman in her 80s dead and a woman in custody. You'll soon be able to stay at the Stampede.
This district is building. It's coming to life.
Making way for a hotel on the grounds. And the Costco Marathon.
I think people just like seeing crazy things happening, or like wild things.
The run around the city in one day, fueled by hot dogs.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. Calgary police say a woman found dead in a Canyon Meadows home is a homicide victim, and one person is in custody. Stephanie Thomas joins us from the scene. And Stephanie, police say a woman in her 80s was found dead there Thursday morning.
Ian, behind me, this is an active investigation with an elderly woman as the victim and a woman in her 50s as the suspect in what investigators are calling a domestic homicide. Police were called here just before 11 a.m. Thursday. When authorities arrived, they found the woman in her 80s here in this complex at the 1300 block of Canterbury Gardens Southwest, found deceased. Now, at first, it was considered a suspicious death, but results from the autopsy completed earlier today determined that it was a homicide. Now, police aren't sharing many details, only saying that another woman has been arrested in this incident, and details about this woman's identity is not being shared to the public for the family's sake. Now, people in the area who we spoke with just earlier say this incident is disturbing.
Well, it's absolutely awful. It's one of the most horrendous crimes. And like I said, we live in a city of 1.4 million people, so it's not surprising it happens. And I also just wanted to point out that it's not a Canyon Meadows issue.
Shocked. Upsetting, actually, because I'm getting older too, and so it kind of just hits home, a little bit.
Now, not long ago, this scene behind me was quite active, but you can see there are still some police that have stayed on the scene of this domestic homicide investigation. And police tell us that they're still looking for tips or information that might help them in this domestic homicide investigation. You can contact them through their tip line or anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Ian.
Thank you, Stephanie. Police are still searching for suspects after yesterday's jewelry store robbery. Police say several disguised men robbed Shamoon Jewelers on Dalhousie Drive. They took off in a stolen Ford F-150. Investigators say hammers were used to destroy the display case, and more than $100,000 worth of jewelry was stolen. No one was hurt. An update to a story we brought you earlier this week. Cremated remains stolen from a Chestermere home have been returned. The ashes of Deanna Thompson's mother were discovered in Calgary this morning. McInnes and Holloway says a Good Samaritan found them in an alley near the funeral home and brought them inside. There was a note asking for the safe return of the ashes to the family. Thompson is just grateful to have them before her mother's funeral on January 17th.
Still hopeful they'll get caught. They broke into someone's home and that's a crime. But at this point in time, I don't really care. I got my mom back and we can move forward with planning her funeral.
Police continue their search for two men for the theft of the urn and other items from the home. Anyone with information is asked to contact Chestermere RCMP or leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. The new section of the Bears Paw feeder main is in place and water will soon be passing through it. But the mayor says water usage by Calgarians is still too high. Crews are backfilling the site and preparing to fix the road. As the pipeline is refilled, water will be released through fire hydrants to manage pressure and maintain water quality. But the system is expected to be vulnerable until fully stabilized. On Thursday, Calgarians used 500 million litres, well above the safe target of 485 million. If everyone saves 30 litres a day, demand can return to safe levels. Until then, Stage 4 water restrictions remain in effect. Mark Villani is live now from the repair site on 16th Avenue. And Mark, as this work continues, so does the finger pointing over who's to blame for Calgary's water system failures.
Yeah, that's right, Ian. An independent review panel report here highlighted at least 2 decades of deferred maintenance and weak risk management when it came to Calgary's water infrastructure. That's sparking questions over what past, present, and current council members know about this. The former mayor, also Mayor Naheed Nenshi, we reached out to him about what he knew about all of this and why nothing was done to address what's now becoming a massive failure across all of our city. Now, Naheed Nenshi does say he was never informed that the Bears Paw feeder main was at high risk in 2017. And while this report lays no specific blame, he says the focus should remain on making sure this never happens again. But Alberta's UCP government is blaming Nenshi. They claim he lowered water safety standards in 2011, ignored expert warnings in 2015, and delayed safety checks in 2017 and 2020. Now, current Mayor Jeremy Farkas says he was aware of aging infrastructure and that he made efforts in 2018 to address water infrastructure issues through motions that went overshadowed by the COVID pandemic. Meanwhile, City Council has now voted in favor of a motion put forth by Councillor Andre Chabot to defer the independent report's recommendations until next month.
Ultimately, Council needs to have all the information to be able to make a value-based decision, and we're lacking that. From my perspective, the only time that I was made aware of how vulnerable this line was is just recently. In fact, the high priority action report that was provided to administration in October of last year, we never saw that.
Now, Council has directed administration to now return on February 3rd for an executive meeting to provide their thoughts on a water implementation plan. That is really disappointing for authors of the reports that say urgent action is needed right now, and these key recommendations like implementing a water utility oversight board are really needed so that we can make changes in the long term as well and make sure something like this never happens again. Ian.
Thanks so much, Mark. Ground has been broken for a hotel on the Stampede grounds. The 13-story Autograph Collection Hotel by Truman will be located across from the BMO Centre. It's the first of 3 planned hotels near the Stampede grounds. Organizations hope the new hotels will help attract more conventions and visitors to both the BMO Centre and the future Scotia Place.
This district is building. It's coming to life, and to fully be built out, it needs hotel rooms. And specifically to service the BMO Centre expansion, the convention centre. But the need for hotel rooms has grown exponentially in the last 3 years, and this is the first step to meet that need.
And construction is expected to be complete by 2028. All right, the weekend is here.
Woo, we made it.
We sure did. It looks really nice, too.
Yeah, we're going to be rewarded. You know, we had a little bit of cold weather to kick off the month, but we're in for a warm stretch here, and it's a longer-term warm stretch, many days in the double digits, if not the teens. Here we go. All right, already starting here. It's 3 degrees right now. Our daytime high was 4. We'll likely pop back and forth between 3 and 4 because we're getting those winds out of the west that have kicked in a few hours ago. So this is the Chinook setup. And right now gusting closer to those mid-40s at the airport and around the city. So it's going to get even toastier. Your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen, family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at 5th Avenue Volkswagen. And check that out, double digits for tomorrow. So we'll get some lighter winds in the morning, around 20 kilometers per hour. That's the sustained speed, no gusts. And then in the afternoon, sustained speed will be about 30 kilometers per hour, gusting closer to 50, all out of the west, which is why temperatures are actually going to continue to rise tonight while we're sleeping and throughout the day tomorrow. All right, here's something very heartwarming for you. 2025 was a record-breaking year for CTV's Toy Mountain. Thanks to your generosity, Toy Mountain raised just shy of $1,185,000 with nearly 17,000 toys and essential items donated. Fear Is Not Love uses these donations to support families escaping domestic violence.
I'm just very grateful to the sponsors and CTV and all the Calgarians who every year have shown up for us. And this year it was so much bigger and so much better. And I'm without words sometimes with how grateful I am.
So wonderful. Since 2014, Toy Mountain has raised over $8.5 million in support of Fear Is Not Love.
Thanks, Danielle. An Alberta cabinet minister is involved in a very personal project, and it has nothing to do with politics. Still ahead, his mission to help victims of domestic violence in memory of his late sister. And the fundraiser for a 4-year-old girl whose life will improve with some special technology. Alberta's education minister is leading a group to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to raise funds in his murdered sister's memory. 2 years ago, Melanie Nicolaides was stabbed to death by her estranged husband outside a Calgary school. Kerry Gerling then took his own life. He was repeatedly released from court on past charges against her, including sexual assault, and had a no-contact order. Nicolaides started a campaign called Melanie's Ascent to raise funds for Fear Is Not Love, to buy home and personal security devices for those facing domestic violence. The fundraiser has already exceeded expectations.
We had an original goal of raising $100,000 and we've blown past that. So I moved the goal up to $250,000. We've exceeded that. So we have our third stretch goal of $300,000, and today we're at about $275,000. So that's we far exceeded anything that we ever dreamed of raising.
10 other people, including friends, neighbors, and fellow Cabinet Minister Todd Loewen, will join Nicolaides on the hike next week. More info is available at melaniesascent.ca. Okay, this is very un-January-like in terms of the weather.
Yeah, you know, for us here on the lee side of the Rockies, the month doesn't matter. We can still get into the double digits.
We can get just about anything at any time of year.
Right? The teens, yeah, any time of year. We can even have snow in June. So we're going up and up and up. Temperatures will be in the double digits. This is a 5-day really warm stretch, but we will be above normal temperature-wise for the next 10 days at least. So 3 degrees is the temperature right now in Calgary. Our high was 4. We'll likely fluctuate between 3 and 4 for these next couple of hours. And then we're actually going to warm tonight while we're sleeping. So just a look at temperatures right now. You can see that cold air hasn't quite made its way further off to the east, but it will. It'll make its way here. We're looking at warmer temperatures overall throughout the entire, all of southern Alberta. Just going to take a little time to get further east. All right, we've had a gusty day once again in the far south. So in those 60s for Pincher Creek over to Lethbridge, the typical windy corridor. For Calgary, 46 kilometers per hour, and that was fairly recent. So the winds are starting to pick up. It's all out of the west, and it will all be windy tomorrow. Every community will have some wind gusts. 40 kilometers per hour for Medicine Hat, 30 to 40 for Brooks, and 50 for us here in Calgary. And it will likely pick up to 90 in Pincher Creek, 80 in Lethbridge. So a windier day, all out of the west, the Chinook setup, and that will help our temperatures climb into the double digits for most communities in southern Alberta, especially along this line here. All right, so Calgary, Lethbridge, not a whole lot going on. Really, there is some snowfall. Red deer, this is a short-lived thing. It's very light in nature, and it doesn't look like it's going to make its way to the south end. So what we are looking at is on and off cloud cover throughout the weekend. We're looking at the wind on and off, so a gusty weekend. And other than that, there's this small chance of getting some isolated showers Sunday. So Sunday, we may see a little bit of rain creep into the far south, closer to the Lethbridge area. This is at 11:30 in the morning, as you can see by your timestamp here. The time of arrival for Calgary is around 1 in the afternoon on Sunday. Again, nothing significant, just a quick little couple raindrops, and then it's out of the way. And a good amount of cloud cover for the weekend as well. But there will be some sunny breaks, and there will certainly be some warmth. So yes, the winds gusting around 50 kilometers per hour, but that should get us into the double digits tomorrow, close to the double digits for Sunday. Back up to 12 for Monday, and then we likely will even be in the teens for Wednesday. So this is the warmest of the warm stretch. It will cool off after Wednesday, but we should still remain above freezing for all of next week.
A Calgary family is raising money for a valuable piece of medical equipment for their daughter. The Simons family are raising funds for a Trexo robotic gait trainer for their 4-year-old daughter, Araya. The price tag, $44,000. Araya suffered a bilateral stroke at birth due to complications. She has cerebral palsy, along with a number of other developmental delays. Her mom, Delija, says the 4-year-old lights up when she's strapped into the Trexo and is able to move around.
And the great thing is that it grows with her, so it's not something that, you know, we just have for a year. The size that we would get for her would allow for years and years, and it grows. There's a 25-year-old here in Calgary who goes to work and she has a large Trexo, so it does get to adult size. So it's something that we can be looking at very long term for her.
The family began raising funds last month and are about 15% of the way toward their goal. It's one of the fastest growing sports in Calgary. Cricket, just ahead. The excitement in the cricket community for a new recreation centre that will be built in the city. Canada's labour market is performing better than expected. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popwich-Kermally Advisory Group. And Robert, Canada did lose some jobs, but given the challenges we're facing, we're doing okay.
Yeah, this was an interesting report because, well, they created a little bit more jobs than expected, but the unemployment rate is the one that ticked higher. And I think that is the big one that everyone's kind of watching, going, why is the unemployment rate ticking so much higher, up to 6.8%? And in the last few reports, in the last 3 months, they've created 181,000 jobs. And so when you have a lot more jobs, you get a lot more people into the market looking. So it's not a bad stat that people are out there looking. I was looking under the hood on who's actually looking. Unfortunately, it's the youth that are looking for more jobs. The unemployment of the youth ticked higher, but in this report, it showed that a lot of the part-time jobs were taken away as well. So, hey, if we're not creating the part-time jobs that they can take, my worry still going forward is for the youth unemployment rate.
Meantime, some impressive numbers for a Canadian fashion retailer.
Oh, big time. And it reflected in the stock market today. The Aritzia stock was up 5%, and it's been up tremendously over the last year here. And they're on a massive growth strategic plan here, and especially into the U.S. So this last quarter stated exactly that we got a lot of the numbers out of the Black Friday sales as well. And they did $1 billion in sales last quarter. That was the first time they've crossed that. That is 90% change higher from last year. So why is that happening? A lot of e-commerce on their side. They've created their own app that 1 million shoppers have added themselves to. They can get their own stylist and save their own sales, and that's helping them big time.
Some positive financial news there. Thanks very much.
You got it. Yeah, thank you.
Telus is offering buyouts to hundreds of its employees. The telecommunications company says it has offered voluntary severance packages to nearly 700 workers across Canada, including about 500 union staff. Telus says the job cuts are fueled by rapid transformation in the industry and the growing customer demand for self-serve solutions. The company says it anticipates only a few employees will be interested in taking the buyout. Repair work on Calgary's broken water main is complete. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The city says backfilling is now underway and road reconstruction has begun, but several more steps still need to happen before water restrictions will be lifted. Coming up at 6, we'll have more fallout from the independent feeder main review and why governments often struggle to justify spending on infrastructure. Also ahead, the death of an 80-year-old Calgary woman has now been deemed a homicide, and there is now an undetermined death in Edgemont. Join us at 6 for the latest on both of those investigations. Ian.
Thank you, Tara. Cricket groups in Calgary are seeing enrollment soar, and the sport is set to receive a big boost in the city. Future Cricket Stars Academy has seen the amount of players triple in the last 3 years. Field availability and indoor space is at a premium in Calgary, but council approved $65 million in December to build a Northeast athletic complex. It'll feature a main outdoor cricket pitch worthy of hosting national and international competitions. More outdoor and indoor fields for cricket and soccer will also be built. For young cricketers, it can't come soon enough.
It's going to be a turf pitch. They said the ones that we play on right now, they're concrete pitches. So it'll give us a feel of international cricket, and then I think it'll also, like, other national and international tournaments can be played in Calgary now.
Design work is still underway, but construction is expected to start in late 2026. The goal is to have the complex built by early 2029. It's already above freezing, and that's a trend that will continue throughout the weekend. Right now in Calgary, partly cloudy and +3. Danielle has the details just ahead. All right, you mentioned a lot of people might be busy this weekend taking all the Christmas stuff down.
Yeah.
It is time to do that.
If you don't take it down, the wind might take it down.
Yes.
It's going to be a gusty one. So, I mean, is it enjoyable when it's really warm in January, but it's windy? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Except for areas south of Calgary, they're looking at closer to 90 kilometer per hour gusts. That's a different story.
Yep.
Calgary 50, we can handle 50. We can handle 50 when it comes with +10, right? Okay, 3 degrees current temperature. Our high was 4 just about half an hour ago. Normal is -3, so we're already above normal. This warming trend will last throughout now till all of next week. The difference is that after Wednesday of next week, temperatures will drop into the single digits, but will still be above freezing then. But double digits for Saturday, close to that for Sunday, double digits again for Monday, and possibly even the teens by Wednesday of next week.
Thanks very much, Danielle. A Calgarian is going viral after completing what he's dubbed the Costco ultramarathon, a run between the city's 4 mega stores with stops along the way for a bite to eat. Last week, internet personality Sean Walker jogged from one Costco store to the next, only stopping to scarf down a $1.50 hot dog at every location. The 52-kilometer, 7.5-hour stunt was to raise money and awareness for the Calgary Food Bank. It's racked up a combined 310,000 views on Instagram and TikTok as of Friday. We decided to catch up with him after his run.
I think people just like seeing crazy things happening, or like wild things. Like they're like, this guy's, like I had a lot of comments saying, I thought you were driving. Like, I can't believe you ran to everyone. I'm like, yeah, that's like why this video does well. And then the icing on the cake is, of course, people are like, oh, this is for a good cause. I'm going to share, like, whatever.
To find the 24-year-old on social media or to donate to the food bank, visit us online at ctvnewscalgary.ca. Thanks very much for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.